Welcome to Hatman Strikes Back Daily Boxing News. Chris Eubank Sr., after continuously claiming that he would not attend his son's fight with Conor Benn, after all his moral outrage where he was berating the media for not condemning the fight and trying to sell himself as this paragon of virtue, after all that carry on, he turns up anyway. The question is, why? Well, I did a video before the fight where I said that, in my view, all this moral outrage from Senior is completely fake. It's all just an act. I said that he's a pathological attention seeker, and in videos prior to that, I referred to him as narcissistic. And I think the majority of my viewers were on the same page. They didn't buy any of Senior's virtue signaling either. Nevertheless, I still didn't expect him to turn up on fight night because, for one, he hasn't attended any of his son's fights for several years. And for two, if he did turn up, he'd expose his own insincerity, and I didn't think he wanted to do that. The only way I thought Senior would show up is if the entire beef with his son, in the run-up to this particular fight, was fake. If he and Junior concocted the whole thing to throw Conor Benn off and help build drama and narrative around the fight for promotional purposes. And that thought did cross my mind. But is that what actually happened? Was it all just WWE theatrics from Team Eubank all along? Well, it's definitely one possibility, but there are several others as well. There's a guy in my Element group called TG, shout out to him, who was adamant that Senior was going to attend the fight because despite all he said in the build-up, there's no way he could bear to miss out on all the attention he'd get on fight night. Senior, being the narcissistic attention seeker that he is, was maybe hoping that the fight would be cancelled and was trying to speak that outcome into existence. But when he realized that that wasn't going to work, he decided to bite the bullet. Another possibility, and I find this one particularly interesting, is that Senior was actually paid to attend. And all of this pretense about not attending was just a ruse to squeeze more money out of the organizers. He had to convince all of them that he was 100% serious about not attending so that they paid him the figure he was asking for. In this interview, for example, Ben Shalom said that himself and the whole team were trying to persuade Senior to attend all week. The question is, did that persuasion include financial remuneration? Bear in mind, this was a Turkey Al Sheikh event, and we know how deep his pockets are. Did Senior fancy that he could get a slice of the cake if he drove a hard enough bargain? Then we've got this interview with Eddie Hearn, where he suggests that Senior did indeed get paid to attend, and that's the only reason he showed up. Now look, I'm not going to take Hearn's word at face value for obvious reasons, but I do vaguely remember a story he told years ago. I think it was in an IFL TV interview during the Eubank Triple G fallout. And he said that back in the day, his dad Barry had invited Senior to some type of family function. It might have been a wedding anniversary or something like that. And Eddie said that Eubank Sr. wanted to be paid to attend. And Eddie was really upset about it because he saw it as Senior betraying his dad, something along those lines. Another possibility is that Johnny Nelson persuaded Senior to attend by pulling on his heartstrings. In this video on Sky, Nelson said he spoke to Senior for an hour and a half on the day of the fight, telling him that if he didn't attend, he may regret it for the rest of his life. He said he tried to remind him of how important family is. You get the idea. Now, personally, I think that this possibility is the least likely of all of them. I don't think Senior has many heartstrings to pull on. I suspect his motives are mostly selfish. And in fact, Nelson admitted that he spoke to Senior after the fight, and Senior told him that it was just a ruse, and that he always intended to show up on fight night. But whatever the case may be, from an entertainment perspective, Senior played an absolute blinder, whether it was premeditated or not. Like Adam Cattrall said on TalkSport, it was literally like something out of WrestleMania. Team Ben are watching a screen in the locker room backstage as a limo pulls up and Senior hops out. It was fantastic entertainment. But let me know how you felt about it. Were you as entertained as I was? Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. Are you surrounded by mindless bots in human form who adhere to the norm and blindly conform? Who swallow all the mainstream BS and actually ridicule you for questioning things? Do you wish you had more free-thinking individuals in your life to network and converse with? Well, look no further. We're right here. Come and join the Brotherhood of Reason on Patreon. You'll gain access to my weekly topical content where we take deep dives on an endless variety of subjects, as well as my vast back catalogue of podcasts, videos, interviews, movie decodings, and my Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You'll also get to talk and network with myself and hundreds of other people in our members chat. You can enjoy all this via the Patreon app or on desktop and download all my podcasts in high quality MP3. There's no contract, no commitment. You can cancel at any time, just like Netflix, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper. Just download the app from the Play Store or the App Store, or simply visit patreon.com on a web browser. Then head on over to my page and select the tier called the Brotherhood of Reason. All the links are in the description box below. And just a quick money-saving tip for Apple users. If you purchase your Patreon subscription on the desktop site or on Android, then you'll avoid the ridiculous 30% fee that Apple charges for purchases made on the iOS app. So if you're on iPhone or iPad, save yourself some money by buying your subscription on the actual Patreon website or on Android because it's a lot cheaper. Once you've made that initial purchase, you can then use the Patreon app on your iPhone or iPad thereafter to access and enjoy your content as normal.